watching the Money in the Bank 2024 review, rundown, and ratings brought to you by the BWF Wrestling Podcast. And our first match is the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, and there was a lot happening in this, so let's get to it. Jey Uso, I can't stand him in the ring, but goddamn, I love his entrance. The Toronto crowd seems hot. Former WWF Women's Champion Lalani Kai and I had a conversation before the pay-per-view, and she seems to think that Jey Uso is going to win tonight. Let's see. Andrade has a really cool mask, and I like his theme music, but he got no reaction. LA Knight did the Razor Ramon thing, through and under the ladder. Will that be bad luck? Time will tell. Lots of boos for Gable. Carmelo Hayes gets no reaction, but he does look good. Loud CM Punk chants during Drew's entrance. To start the match, everybody breaks into pairs of two and exchange right hands. McIntyre drives Hayes back first into the barricade, grabs the ladder, and starts taking everyone out. Drew climbs the ladder, but Gable stops him. Gable gets an armbar on Drew. Andrade with a springboard leg drop on Gable. Andrade starts to climb. Hayes with a springboard clothesline. We want tables chant from the crowd. Then we see what in a really cool spot is a Spanish fly. It's Andrade and Hayes. They jump on the middle rope, do the Spanish fly. They flip and land on the ladder. Holy shit, that looked awesome. Drew and Yeet with the sequence, which sees a Samoan drop and a spear to Drew. Gable with a German suplex on Jey, and then on Drew as well. And we see a Chaos Theory from Gable to Carmella Hayes. Gable looks really good in this match, I gotta say. Gable with a Dragon Screw on Knight. And then we see LA Knight with a jumping neck breaker to Gable on a ladder. It looked painful. Ouch. Carmella Hayes, he sells like a fish out of water, and I love it. The ladder is set up from the ring apron to the announce table. And there's a first 48 to LA Knight. It's like a code breaker looking move, but with feet from Carmella Hayes. We see two ladders set up in the ring. Gable standing on both ladders. We see two ladders, Gable standing on both in between, and he has an ankle lock on Carmelo Hayes, who was climbing one of the ladders. Andrade and Gable, they're on top of one of the ladders, and Drew interrupts and then power bombs Gable on top of another ladder that was set up in the corner. That looked pretty good. Drew climbs, but then the Uso stops him. Super kick, Uso splash, and then we see Yeet and climb the ladder. They exchange rights. Hayes tips the ladder over, but then Hayes misses his nothing but net by a mile. Knight sells it anyway, God bless him, but it didn't look very good. But then Hayes starts climbing the ladder. Andrade stops him and sets up a ladder on the middle rope. So they're on the middle rope to another ladder. Let me see a sunset flip powerbomb off the top of that ladder from Andrade to Carmella Hayes onto that ladder that was set up in the middle rope. Holy fucking shit. That was awesome. And that looked like it could have been really, really bad. There's so much action happening here. Gable with an over-the-head belly-to-belly suplex on LA Knight over the top rope to the ladder that was set up on the ring apron to the announce table. Jesus fucking Christ. Gable climbs the ladder, and all of a sudden he's hanging from the top. He's hanging onto the thing while Uso removes the ladder. Gable's hanging, he's hanging, and then all of a sudden he just does like a belly bump to the mat. He gets up, spear by Uso, and then Uso starts climbing the ladder. Is this for main event Jey Uso wins the briefcase? No. Drew McIntyre with a ladder throws it in Uso's face, climbs the ladder, and thank the fucking God, Drew McIntyre wins Money in the Bank. All is right in the world. I prayed for this. Drew prayed for this. We don't see CM Punk screwing him over. It's a good thing. on to the next match. Oh, sorry, but no, wait. Before we go to the next match, I have to give this a rating, and this was awesome. I love this match. I'm gonna give this thing 4.5 stars. Next. All right, wrestling fans, match number 2 is Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. The crowd is on Sami's side early. Braun is showing his speed and strength early by taking Sami down. He lets Sami up, and then Sami slaps Braun. Braun then buries Sami in the corner with some shoulder blocks. Sami with an elbow off the middle rope, and he escapes the corner. The action spills to the outside. Sami then goes for a moonsault off the middle rope to the outside, where Braun catches him. It looks like Sami may have botched that a little bit, and Braun may have saved the spot. Michael Cole makes an interesting comment here, saying that Braun Breaker hits the ropes at 23 miles an hour when he runs. Like, holy shit, that's crazy. Braun gains the advantage with a belly-to-belly suplex and a running knee before playing to the crowd. Another belly-to-belly overhead suplex for 2 counts. Sami is fighting back with some chops and elbows and a top rope DDT for 2 count. Clothesline over the top, and the action goes back to the outside. Sami drives Breaker into the ring post and gets an 8 count. Sami then throws Breaker right back outside to the other side of the ring, and I don't understand how Sami Zayn is actually manhandling Braun Breaker like this. It makes no sense to me. Then Braun hits a standing Frankensteiner off the top rope. This is awesome chant from the crowd. I don't know why. Yes, the Frankensteiner is very impressive, but the match isn't that great. Braun jumps off the ring apron and then clotheslines Sami Zayn over the announce table. Looks like Braun may have tweaked his knee a little bit. He goes for a Gorilla Plus slam, but then we see an exploder suplex from Sami. Sami then gives a kick to the face, a running kick to the face, and then we see a haluva kick in the corner for a 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn wins. I don't get this booking at all from Braun Breaker. We've seen this man in recent weeks look like a unstoppable monster, and we see Sami Zayn manhandle this guy in a match and then beats him clean for 1, 2, 3. I don't get it. I don't like the booking. I think it's bullshit. I'm gonna give this match 2 stars. Okay, next we see Trish Stratus come out, and she announces John Cena. And when John Cena comes out, he has a towel and a t-shirt that says "The last time is now." Oh boy, here we go. He's in the ring and he says, "After this, you can't see me." Why am I here? Tonight, I officially announce my retirement from the WWE. Wow. Wow. We all knew this day was coming, but Jesus Christ. John wants to talk about Canadians. I say Canadians always show up to WWE regardless if their product is cold or hot, but why here and now? Money in the Bank is full of opportunity. He will be at Raw in January for the Netflix debut, and he said the Royal Rumble will be his last, the Elimination Chamber will be his last, and then at WrestleMania he will wrestle his last match. He then plugs the post-conference show, thanks to fans, and says he wants to kick some ass. And there's anybody in the back, he wants some, come get some. It's going to be interesting to see who John Cena retires against at WrestleMania. Wow, crazy stuff. But next, match-wise, we have the World Championship match between Seth frickin' Rollins and and Damian Priest. The match itself starts off fast with chops, counters, and a broken arrow on Rollins. Face first flatliner for a 2 count, 2 splashes in the corner before Rollins hits a sling blade. Clothesline over the top rope, 3 suicide dives, and Priest is knocked over the announce table. The crowd is into it so far. Back in the ring, we see a sequence that sees a kick to the face, a swanton over the top rope. This is from Rollins. And then a Jericho type moonsault off the middle rope. Another sequence sees a headlock driver on Rollins. Rollins then counters Priest's finish into a schoolboy for a 2 count. We get an Undertaker chant from the crowd. Rollins with a frog splash for a 2 count. Rollins is working really hard in this match. You can tell he's looking pretty healthy after his knee surgery. Rollins with the right hand and kicks to the body. He then gets caught on the top rope, but ends up getting a buckle bomb on Priest. Both competitors, they keep staring down the aisleway, like over and over again. It's really, they're looking for the Judgment Day, and it's really taking away from the match, I find. I understand that you're trying to tell a story here, but it's less sometimes is more. Let's see. Priest, he slaps Rollins, and then they exchange right hands. Priest with kicks. South of Heaven attempt, but it's countered. Pedigree attempt, but that's countered as well. Curb stomp for a 2 count, and then we see Priest with a Razor's Edge for a 2 count. This is where the match really slows down. But Rollins hits a superplex into a Falcon Arrow after a counter from Priest for a 2 count. Then all of a sudden, Drew McIntyre, his music hits, and he marches down the aisle with the briefcase and goes into the ring. Is he going to cash it? Yes, he is. He is cashing in Money in the Bank. Drew McIntyre is cashing in Money in the Bank. Holy shit. He hits a DDT on Rollins, hits a kip up before he kicks Priest in the gut. And then all of a sudden, God fucking damn it, we see CM motherfucking Punk come into the ring, attack Drew. There's chair shots. They're out in the crowd. They're attacking or wrapping cords around Drew's neck. Drew gets back in the ring, but Punk looks at the World Championship title, takes it, hits Drew in the head. Then we see a South of Heaven from Priest on Drew for the 1, 2, 3. Damian Priest retains the championship. Seth Rollins can no longer challenge for the title as long as Priest is champion. CM Punk screws over Drew McIntyre again. Life is shit. God damn it. 2.5 stars only because Rollins was really working hard in this match, and the first half was actually really good action, but it was all Rollins. 2.5 stars. God damn it, CM Punk. Fuck. Next. All right, everyone. It's time for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And we start with the entrances. The only one to really get a reaction was Tiffany Stratton. The crowd loves Tiffany. Seems like it's Tiffy time. Chelsea Green came out dressed up in red and white with the Canadian flag as she's from Vancouver, and the pay-per-view is in Toronto, but small pop, but yeah, nobody really cared. The match starts out with everybody grabbing a ladder except for Chelsea Green. So she steals one from Io, but she won't climb the ladder because she's afraid of heights. So she uses the ladder as a weapon, as you would. Sky sets a ladder up in the corner. We get a Tiffy time chant from the crowd. Sky drop kicks Tiffany into the ladder, and then we get a very sloppy back body drop to Io Sky from Lyra Valkyria. Fisherman suplex from Lyra to Io on the ladder. Ooh, that looked brutal. Zoe Stark with a missile drop kick to Lyra. Zoe went for a Samoan drop to Lyra on a ladder. It just missed. And Lyra, you can see, just whacked her arm on the ladder just so it would make a sound. It looked like it could really hurt her elbow for no reason. Then Naomi with a leg drop on Zoe Stark, who was on a ladder. Decent stuff. Tiffany with a cartwheel spine buster on Naomi on the ladder. That was nice. Tiffy time chant from the crowd again. Swanton from Tiffy to the outside and takes everybody out. Damn, she looks good. Chelsea tries to climb the ladder again, but is stopped by Io Sky. Brutal looking stomps to Valkyria's face, who is hanging from the ladder, before Lyra manages a suplex from the ladder on Sky. So she was hanging upside down, and she managed to sit up, grab her, and then give her a suplex while she was hanging from the ladder. Pretty cool. And then she gets hit with either a knee or a kick. I missed it from Zoe Stark, but it looked painful either way. Oh my goodness, where are we here now? Chelsea, sorry. Two ladders are set up in the ring. Naomi with a very cool spot. She hit a DDT. So there's two ladders set up in the ring, and she's doing the splits between the two ladders because the ladders are being pulled apart. And while she's doing the splits, she hits a DDT on Zoe Stark. Really, really cool. Now we see Naomi setting up, or she grabs two tables from under the ring to the delight of the crowd. The tables are set up on the outside, side by side. Let's see. Back in the ring, we see an unprettier from Chelsea Green onto Naomi on a ladder. So the ladder was set up, and the ladder was on the middle rope, and it was in between the ladder and the middle rope. Unprettier was on the ladder in a cool spot. We'll also see so on the second ladder, there's also another ring, or not, sorry, on the other ladder, there's another one that's set up horizontally from the middle rope to the ladder. And then we see a sunset powerbomb flip off the top of the ladder, or like a tombstone. It actually more looked like a tombstone slash power slam from Io Sky onto Zoe Stark onto that ladder. It looked fucking sick. It looked brutal. These girls are absolutely showing out. What I'm doing here cannot do it justice. You have to watch the match. But then Chelsea Green, she climbs one of the ladders. She tips the ladder over, and Chelsea Green goes over the top rope and crashes through the two tables that are already set up on the outside, almost like Matt Hardy in SummerSlam 2000. Holy fucking shit. Tiffany, she then grabs the briefcase, and she is your new Money in the Bank champion. Holy crap, or Money in the Bank briefcase winner. What a match. Yeah, sorry if I got tongue-tied a little bit. It was a lot of action, but I have to give this match 4.5 stars. That was fucking wicked. It just blew me away. I did not expect anything like that from the ladies. Yeah, sure, it started off a little bit sloppy, but they picked it up big time. Great match. Can't wait to see where they go with Tiffany Stratton. It's Tiffy time, folks. Next. All right, everybody, it's time for the main event. It is the six-man tag team action between Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens versus Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga. The crowd sings Randy Orton's theme song, which is always pretty cool. And I got to say, I love the way Cody, the way he connects with the kids on his entrance, whether the kid has a sign or just whatever. When Cody goes over and gives him a hug or whatever on the entrance, and you can just see just how happy the kids are. That's awesome. Love to see it. Before the match even starts, we get lots of "We Want Roman" chants and lots of "Fuck You Solo" chants. Match starts with Tonga and Cody back and forth action before a tag to Kevin Owens. We get some right hands and stomps to Tonga, and the crowd is eating it up. Tag to Cody, and we see a standing delayed front suplex on Tonga. Quick tag to Randy Orton, and the crowd pops. We see right hands, uppercuts, and 10 punches in the corner. Then a tag to Jacob Fatu, but Orton outsmarts him and hits a DDT. But there is no effect on the DDT because, of course, Jacob Fatu has that hard Samoan head. You cannot headbutt, you cannot bulldog, you cannot DDT a Samoan. And you know what? We haven't seen that in a long, long time, it feels. So it's a really nice touch. Good throwback to the golden era. We see Solo coming in, and he beats down Randy Orton in the corner a little bit. Lots of "Fuck You Solo" chants, more "We Want Roman" chants. Tama Tonga, he does a little flip over the top rope and splashes Orton, kind of like what Eddie Guerrero used to do, his little flip over the top, looked like a little senton, but it looked really, really good. Very impressive. We see a suplex by Orton, and then a tag to Kevin Owens. He then cleans house, but I gotta say the Samoans look great in everything they do, whether they're selling or just whatever. Their movements, facial expressions, whatever the fuck the case may be, they look really, really good. They look and feel the part. Gotta say, WWE has done a great job building their characters in such a short time. We see a hip attack by Umaga hip attack by Solo to Kevin Owens in the corner. Crowd is chanting "Fight Owens, fight!" Owens slaps Solo. Then they exchange rights. Solo into the turnbuckle, tag to Fatu, and he stops Kevin Owens before he can make a hot tag. At this point in the match, though, it's died down, and it kind of feels like a standard tag team match that you can just see on SmackDown at this point. Fatu misses a splash. KO with the tag to Cody. He and Solo are in the ring, and Cody is hitting all of his moves on every member of the Bloodline. Back body drop from Cody to Fatu over the barricade. Solo with a spear to Cody for a 2 count. Then we get a ref bump. Crossroads on Solo. Kevin Owens with a splash on Solo. And then we see Randy Orton, of course, with the RKO on Solo. Fatu comes in with super kicks on everyone. And then we see another ref bump. Frog splash from Kevin Owens on Fatu through the announce table. That was fucking cool. This is just chaos at this point on the outside. Low blow to Kevin Owens. RKO to Tonga. Samoan spike to Orton from Solo. We see 2 crossroads on Solo before Fatu hits a whisper in the wind on Cody. Then we see a DDT on Cody. And Solo Sikoa finally hits a Samoan spike on Cody for a 1, 2, 3. Cody takes the pin. Solo wins the match. We don't see any returns from Roman Reigns. This match started out really good, but it just kind of fizzled out towards the end. There was some cool spot. Kevin Owens looked really good in this match. The Fatu and Tama Tonga, they both looked really, really good in this match. I really want to give this match more, but man, I don't know. 2.5 stars. Yeah, 2.5 stars. I can't go any higher than that. So it just felt like a standard tag team match by end of it. But there wasn't anything wrong with it. It was a fun match. This pay-per-view as a whole, average is 3 stars, largely in due to the 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches. They are both 4.5 stars each. Great matches, but the World Championship match was exactly what I thought it was going to be. The IC, the Intercontinental Championship match, that was really disappointing. Really, really disappointing. I was expecting a lot more, and it didn't make sense to me booking-wise. But overall, decent pay-per-view. Not the best, not the worst. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this review, and until next time, we don't watch the product. See you later. Wrestling fans, if you liked what you saw in this video, please go to our Patreon account. Link is here at the bottom of the screen. For only $3 US a month, you can get our full episodes as they're released early. You can see extra content not seen on our YouTube and TikTok channels, and a whole lot more. Thank you.